Coyotes have been found in the hidden places around campus, including the arboretum. Their favorite place is to go behind a bush or a tree. There, there are at least four more safety coyote signs at the Fullerton Arboretum.
I've dealt with this since January of 2000 when I started over at Long Beach State. They're all over the place, and anytime there's a type of a food source, which there is on our campus, the coyotes are going to be driven to that. So we think a lot of the coyotes are coming either from the Arboretum area or some of the riverbeds and stuff that are going through the creek that goes through the city of Fullerton. It's right on the corner of like State College and Yorba Linda. There's a creek that goes through there, and we think some of them come out of that area because that's where they seem to be running back to when we see them early mornings. But our biggest tip for our community is just not to be afraid, and they're more afraid of us than we are of them. So it's, just be loud and wave your arms or do something to scare them off. And most times they'll run away. We haven't had any attacks or anything. So it's we did have one a couple of years ago. It's probably about 6 years ago, where I think it was a woman from the community was walking her dog, and it was a small dog, and the coyote went after it, and she picked it up and put it in her arms, and the coyote jumped up and I think bit her or scratched her. And they were able to, we call that fish and game. That's the only time that they'll do any type of enforcement. Otherwise, to them, they're just vermin. They're just like rats, pretty much. They don't really focus too much attention on them. So they did.
The coyote safety, especially on campus, it's not a huge deal, only because during the day and during the week, there's so many students on campus. The majority of the coyotes stay away in the arboretum, or they're very skittish and they don't like being around people. On the weekends, you can spot more coyotes, but they're usually just single ones that they're not in packs or anything, and they typically, left alone, they do no harm. If they're in groups, that's when the problem can occur, but we can always call in animal control whenever we feel that that's a necessary move to go to. But for the most part, it's basically show up if there's a coyote spotting and just watch it, and they usually go away. There's not really any incidents that I know of that have happened with coyotes, coyote attacks or anything like that.
The coyote sign says, "Don't run, don't make loud noises." I am Maria Cornejo, reporting for OC News.